This is a manuscript Schönberg made as a copy for his wife, as a present. The work is dedicated to his wife, Mathilde. And when Schönberg was to finish the second string quartet, the rumor showed or came up that Mathilde had an affair with a friend of Schönberg.
A painter, right?
He was a young painter, Richard Gerstl, very talented student of the Vienna Academy of the Arts. And Schönberg and Gerstl have been friends for almost 2 years, and they shared artistic views on aesthetic, talked about composition and painting, and under the influence of Richard Gerstl, Schönberg started to paint.
Okay.
So there was a mutual interest in the art, but also a mutual interest in a woman. And unfortunately, Richard Gerstl committed suicide in fall of 1908. Schönberg, after that, his whole composition started to go to a different path. So the path to free atonality.
You can also see this in the fourth part already. Entrückung, it's without key indication.
It's a very unusual piece because it employs a soprano voice.
Yes, exactly.
With the string quartet, so this was very unusual at the time.
May I?
Yeah.
From the first piece for soprano and the second piece, there's a huge process, I think. The first one is still very cantabile, and for me it's like the legati are very melodious, and in the second piece, in the Entrückung, this kind of dissolves into atonality more. And personally, I really love how he set the text of Stefan George into music, because it's very intense and emotional.
Going back to this concert, the premiere with the scandal and the riots in the public, and also in the row of critics, Schönberg, many years later, he wrote down some recollections he had at the premieres of his string quartets. And he wrote, although there was a big riot in the first 3 parts, movements of the piece, in the fourth movement it was almost quiet. So it
had an effect on the audience.
The audience and the critics got a certain tension. Okay. And that pretty much matches what you're saying.
Yeah, I get goosebumps in this part just from the intensity of the words with the music. It's just, for me, it's a masterpiece. It's like a time travel to the early 20th century. This, and yeah, it's fascinating.
And thinking of Schönberg at this time, when he was a composer, a teacher, then became a painter, started to write his own prose works and also lyrics, and it was a quite intense time, and this interdisciplinary influence within the arts,
which was new at the time,
had quite an impact of his whole personality.